But in my mind, not in my life. But in my mind.
VIP complete.
I forgot your voice, but my body still remembers you. That's what hurts. You're gone, but I still react like you're here. Not in my life, but in my mind. Not in my life, but in my mind.
Guys, can you hear me? Please, if you can hear me, let me know in the chat. If you can hear me, let me know in the chat. If you can hear me, let me know in the chat. Okay. Alright, that's great. That's great. Okay, good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. And this is our weekly breakdown where we meet every Sunday at 7:30 to break down the chart. So we look at the economic calendar and then we also look at the technical analysis for various currency pairs and commodities. Okay. Yeah, so if you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section and then I'll answer. All right. Yeah, I'm waiting for others to also join so that we can kickstart. Okay, so let's wait for a while we allow others to also join. Then we can start. Let me see something here. Good evening, Millicent. How are you doing? Oh my God. All right, great to see everyone here. Great to see everyone here. Good to see each and every one of you here. I mean, I don't know how this YouTube thing is working, but if you can hear me, then that's fine. All right, so let's start with the fundamentals that we have for the week, and God willing, next week we are getting into a new month, so which means that NFP is on the line. So I'm actually expecting NFP this particular week, and just as we have it, we are going to definitely trade live on NFP, and we look at some analysis as well. Sorry, we are not live on TikTok because the app keeps updating. I don't even know what's happening with it. So I decided to come here on YouTube for us to have our analysis, because I think we spent so much time already. So let's kickstart with what we have for the week. Then we can look at the technicals for gold as well. Okay. So as most of you guys know over here, I trade only gold. So I look out for fundamentals that affect the US dollar. So tomorrow being the 29th of June, we have some fundamentals with GBP and Euro, and then the JPY pairs. Nothing much for the US dollar. So I'm going to skip Monday and let's get to Tuesday. Tuesday too, I don't really see much happening for the US dollar. Just some few medium impact fundamentals, and then some low impact fundamentals. So we have a medium impact around 2 p.m. GMT. That is the George job opening, and then CB consumer confidence. And also at 1 p.m. we have HPI month on month and S&P whatever. These are no major fundamentals that I keep an eye on. So we skip Tuesday as well, and then on Wednesday, that's when things start getting interesting. That is the first day in July. That is 1st of July. We have Kevin Walsh speaking at around 1 p.m. GMT. 1 p.m. GMT. So I don't know what's going to talk about. I think it has something to do with ECB forum and central banking policy panel, whatever. So they're going to discuss some policies with regards to the Federal Reserve and stuff. But whatever speech that he has, I don't know if it's going in favor of the US dollar. We are yet to see what's going to happen, since he actually assumed position as the Fed chair. And then on 2 p.m. we have ISM manufacturing PMI, that is around the New York Open, and then which is also accompanied by ISM manufacturing prices. And we also have a medium impact or low impact, which is the construction spending month on month. And then on Thursday, that's when we have the big one. So Thursday, surprisingly, we are going to have NFP coming up on Thursday, because Friday, I learned, is a holiday in the US. Independence Day celebration, which is actually on 4th of July, which falls on Saturday. But they have to move the holiday to Friday, which is this coming Friday, which is 3rd of July. That's why we're going to have NFP being recorded, or NFP data being released on Thursday instead of the usual Friday that we have. So because Friday is a holiday, we are going to have NFP data being released on Thursday at exactly 12:30 p.m. GMT. So on that day, we will definitely trade live, and we'll see what NFP has for us. And I am really hoping that we get a very good setup for us to all get some profit of NFP. So that is it for the week on with regards to fundamental data and economic data. So the major ones we have are, I think, on Wednesday, where Kevin Walsh is going to speak around 1 p.m. and then on Thursday, which we have NFP. And definitely on Friday, we can see over here there's a bank holiday for the US. So there's bank holiday in the US because of the holiday that I mentioned, Independence Day celebration on 3rd July, which is on Friday. So that's the reason why NFP data would be released on Thursday, right? So with that said, let's get straight to the chat and see what we have. Let's see what we have on the chat. Please, if you can hear me, let me know if you can hear me, and if you can see my screen too, please let me know. And if you can see my screen, please let me know so that right. So all right, so this is the daily chart on gold, daily chart on gold. But before that, let's quickly look at what's happening, because next week we're going to get into a new month. Let's see what's happening in the monthly chart, then on the weekly, and then on the daily chart as well. Okay, so monthly chart, we can see that the current monthly candle had a strong bearish candle here, right? And as you can see, we have 2 days left for this monthly candle to close, and once it's closing, there could be a possibility that there's going to be some reactions around around these zones and stuff. But looking at how the monthly chart is has been presented, I still think that this is just a retracement from the bullish move that has been happening over the past few months, and the market needed to correct itself for maybe a continuation, a possible continuation back to the upside. So we can see things clearly very well on the weekly and on the daily. So on the weekly, this is when I marked out an area from the daily. We're going to see the markings very, very clear when we get into the lower time frames. So on the weekly time frame, as you can see, gold finally tapping or trading around the 4,000 range, and even went a little bit below to 3,900, 3,965, 3,950 area. And we see a strong rejection, like we said on the monthly time frame, that price was in a corrective phase, and then possibly or hopefully we could have more bullish sentiment in the coming weeks if this level keeps respected, or the price range or the psychological level of 4,000 gets respected. Okay, so as you can see, there has been a reaction from this demand area, and price has been pushing all the way to the zone, currently trading around 40.89 at the moment. On the daily candle, that on the daily time frame, that's when I'm going to see things more clearly, where I can really explain things for us to understand clearly. So as we can see, right from this zone, that is 43.60, we had a huge sell-off from a strong demand supply area, sorry, and then we had price coming all the way to test this little demand. So I had 2 levels where price could react from. So I had 39.60 and then 39.30 as my demand zones, major demand zones. And as you can see, price reacted to the first one, which is the 39.60. That is when we saw the bullish reactions, especially in the ending part of the week ending parts of last week, where we saw strong bullish reactions on gold. So now the price has tested the zone over here, and I know, looking at the most recent structure, we can still see the price is still bearish, but reaction from this demand area has actually shown some bullish presence around here. So which means that gold could possibly get to 4,200 in the coming days, possibly get into 4,200 in the coming days. So as we can see, there's bullish reversal candlestick pattern. This could look like, I think, a morning star pattern that has been formed at a strong demand area here. And we can also see that at this level, price has also broken above the zone over here. So this is how the daily is actually looking. But when we get back into lower into the 4 hour, we can see clearly that price obviously was pushing all the way to the downside right from 43.60. Strong bearish trend, moving price moving series of lower highs and lower lows, tapping into the demand zone or the demand level that I marked on the daily time frame, and price rejecting these zones or the rejections around the level over here. And then currently we can see price trading around 40.89. So my best my best guess in the coming weeks is that gold could possibly trade around 4200, and it's either gold will decide to continue from this area that it broke, this level that it broke. So as you can see, I marked an area here. So it's either gold is going to break out of the zone, retest the zone here, and then continue all the way to the upside, or price could possibly have a slight pullback into this area, maybe a slight pullback into this area to form a higher low, then continue to form a higher high, higher low, and higher high until it obviously or eventually gets to 4200. So we can either have a huge buy off when market opens. Don't be surprised if market actually opens with a gap this time around. It's also possible. If market actually opens and respects this area, then we would see definitely that price would continue all the way to the upside. But I'm expecting that when market opens, at least once price has formed, a higher high, potential higher high, it should come back again to form maybe a higher low, possibly around this area, or maybe a deeper one back into this area for a second test of 4000, which is also a psychological level or an institutional level as well, and also a big demand or strong demand as well. So we could have either price deciding to pull back a bit back into 4000 for a second test, then continue, or price would react from 4070, 4069 area for a possible retest, and then continue all the way back to the upside. The 1 hour actually also gives a very clear in like a clear indication that the bulls are actually still in control with this range and is ready to push all the way to the upside. So on the 1 hour we can see the price has actually broken above this zone, this 4069 4070 zone, and has retested the zone, and we have a strong bullish presence as you can see over here, clear bullish presence over here. So a continuation back to the upside is quite possible. It's more possible to happen, and it's either we can have a continuation right from where price actually closed off at 4087, or we could have a pullback into 4000 and then a continuation back to the upside. So this is what I'm seeing on gold at the moment, and I'm bullish this week on gold. Any bearish trade would be just trading a pullback, so I wouldn't be holding. If I find a selling opportunity, I wouldn't be holding that much, but once I find a strong buying opportunity or a bullish confirmation either at this zone or maybe price pulling back into 4000 range, then I find a bullish confirmation, then it means that it is highly possible that 4200 could be tested again for the second time this particular week. So that's my analysis on gold. If you have any questions, you can let me know in your comment section and then I would respond to you. Any questions? Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions, guys? If you have any currency pair that you want us to look out for, to let us know. Let us know. Any currency pair you want us to look out for. My take on BTC USD. Okay, let's check on BTC USD then. Let's have a look at BTC USD. Oh, you guys cannot type in there. Let me check. I just received a message that you can't type inside the text. If you can type, you have to activate the live chat on the YouTube. So I think there is an option where you can activate the live chat, so you can see a message icon. I think on the top left or top right. So you need to activate the live chat before you can actually type your questions on YouTube. Yeah. But I can see someone sent what's my take on BTC USD. So let's just analyze BTC USD. BTC USD has been messy. I was actually anticipating a strong a range around here. So let's see what's happening on BTC. So let me clear all this and have a look at BTC. So BTC USD, we currently have BTC trading around 59,000. So right from 60,000, price is currently around 59,000, and which is also a strong demand area as well. But looking at how price is reacting from here, we could see that price tested the 65,000 range, and then it has gotten back into the demand area. So from what I'm looking at, from what I'm seeing on BTC USD, there could be a possible continuation back to the upside, to a continuation to the downside this time around, with the next key zone to be somewhere around this area, which is 54,000 54,800 54,800. So this is what is the weekly is looking as it stands, unless price decides to, or we see a bullish reaction or a bullish presence on top of 62,000 or 63,000. On the daily time frame, I'm still seeing that the bears are still strong in the zone, although we could see a push up around here, trading BTC trading towards 67,000. But this could have been a potential higher high, then higher low, then continuation. But what do we see? We saw a strong rejection upon price test, about to test the previous high. So this time around, price has formed a lower high this time around from here, right? So if price forms a lower high, then the next thing possible could be a potential lower low, and that lower low is where price is trying to form at the moment. So I'll be keeping an eye on this area. Intraday perspective, I'll be keeping an eye on this area if you are to look out for a potential setup. Keep an eye on this area to see if indeed price would respect it. If price respect it, even if price closes above this area, I wouldn't really want to go in for buys. Why? Because we have a huge zone around the daily zone over here. There's a huge zone, demand area. So anything in this area, I will still be opting for sales, because already there has been a rejection when price broke out of the demand zone or closed above the demand zone. So if I'm to look out for continuation back or looking out for more buying opportunities, then price should at least get back at least 63,500, 63,500 for maybe a potential continuation all the way to the upside. But even looking at the most recent structure, I still see price forming series of lower highs and lower lows. A strong bearish trend over here. You see lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So don't be surprised if BTC gets all the way to 50,000 in the long run or in the coming few days or few weeks. That is, if price fails to respect the demand zone around 64,000, right? But if I'm to pick any bias, then I think BTC would continue dropping, in my opinion, continue dropping, because price keeps forming lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. As you can see clearly on the 4R, price still keeps forming lower highs. We have a lower high here. We have another lower high here. Another lower high. So lower high, lower high, lower high. And then there's some rush, some rejections over here, which is not too clear in my opinion. So I mean, BTC could continue all the way to the downside. BTC could continue all the way to the downside. Let's wait and see what happens. So a breakout, a possible retest and continuation back to the downside could be possible on BTC at the moment. Yeah, so that's my analysis on BTC. I'm bearish on BTC, looking at how structure has been formed, unless maybe fundamental data actually proves otherwise. Any more questions? Any more questions? Olime, I hope the analysis was okay. You understood. Tomorrow, I'm not sure I'll be live on tomorrow, but let's see. Mostly I come on live around Wednesday, Fridays, and then Sundays for our breakdown sessions. But if I would come on live, I'm not too sure. I'm looking at NFP for on Thursday and then maybe on Wednesday as well. Yeah. All right. But let's see. Since you are in the community, if I would come on live, I would definitely send a link for us to all join. So I'm hoping that tomorrow, when I find a good opportunity, I'll send in the signal or the setup in the free VIP in the free community as well. Okay. So I'll definitely send the setup in the community tomorrow. Any more questions? Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? All right, Millicent, you're welcome. Any more questions? Yeah. That's what I wanted. I wanted to pop out the chat so that you can see it clearly. Yeah. Any more questions? Or any pair that you want me to analyze for you? Because any other pair that you want me to analyze? Are we okay? Okay. All right. So if there are no questions, then I think I'll end the session. Then possibly within the week we would meet either on Monday or Wednesday or Thursday for. Definitely, we are going to meet on Thursday for NFP. Definitely, I would come on live on Thursday for NFP. But before that, maybe I might come on live on Monday. If not, I'll just send in my outlook for code. That is when price finally gets to my zone. If you're going to have a continuation back to the upside, or we are going to have a pullback or anything at all, whatever be the case, whether price would want to sell or buy. Once price gives me a confirmation, I would call it, or I'll send in the signal and the setup in the free community. So if you're new here, please join my Telegram community. Check on the description. You can join my Telegram community. And if you also need mentorship, you want me to mentor you or teach you how to trade, I'm also available. You can hit me up. You can hit me up on Telegram at Nana_FX, or check on my community. That is Nana Trades FX community. Then you can reach out to me for mentorship services. If you also want to join the free VIP, all you need to do is sign up with EXNESS. I think we have the link in my description also. I don't know if I have my details. I have my details on YouTube as well. So on YouTube, when you check on my profile, you can have all the links over there. But my Telegram community, let me just post my Telegram community in the comment section so that you can have it. All other information would be given or would be sent in the Telegram community. So I just sent the link in the chat. So if you've not joined my community, just join with the link that I just sent in the comment section and reach out to me for if you want to join the VIP, whether paid VIP, free VIP, and maybe due to your jurisdiction or your location you cannot sign up with EXNESS, then you would need to sign up for the VIP, for the paid VIP instead of the free one. But once you have an EXNESS account under my link, or you use my link to register, yes, I use a bot. No, I didn't pause the bot. The bot is not paused. I didn't pause the bot. I have not paused the bot. Why are you having? If you have any issues, just hit me up on Telegram. Let me assist you. If you have any issues, hit me up on Telegram. Let me assist you. All right. Oh, really? EXNESS system? No. Please check again. I think. Yeah, that I remember that issue with the free VIP. I had an issue with the sign-ups. So those who wanted to be on board, I had an issue with it. So please, that issue has been resolved. That issue has been resolved. So if you still want to join using the free VIP bot, it has been resolved. You can still sign up with the link, with my EXNESS link, and then create a new trading account. If you already have an EXNESS account and it's not registered under my link, all you need to do is head straight to the comment section. Okay, you send me hit me up on Telegram. Let me rectify the issue for you. Okay, so you can hit me up on Telegram as well at Nana_FX, and then if you have any issues with interacting with the bot, I will assist you. Okay, but as it stands now, I don't really have issues with that. I don't have issues with the bot, whether the paid bot or the free VIP bot. Both of them are working perfectly. But if you still have issues, kindly hit me up on Telegram, then we can have it sorted for you. All right. So thank you guys so much once again for your time. I really appreciate each and every one of you here who joined the live session. And God willing, next week we will definitely come back on live. Maybe I'll come back on live on Wednesday. So Wednesday I'm sure the Fed chair has something interesting for us. So I'm getting close to the New York, or 2 hours before the New York Open. I'll drop a link again, and then we can all analyze the chart. And then on Thursday, catch me once again on YouTube and on TikTok for us to analyze NFP together. Then we can sign off for the week. So thank you guys once again, and I'll see you, God willing, next week for live trading. Have a great evening, guys.